Hello, and welcome back to the Championship Review. And hello to Runner G in the Jesus. We are doing our predictions of who's going up and who's going down. We're going to just have a little bit of a chat. So before we get into all that and let people come in, you'll know who they are, familiar faces. One's a wind-up merchant, one's just car fanatic, and the other one's a mad hatter, so that might give you a clue who it is. So if you like what you see tonight, don't forget to subscribe. It literally costs you nothing. Please hit the subscribe button if you like the content. Also give it a thumbs up, muchly appreciated. And I will put our details in at the bottom, but also give us a follow if you haven't already. So, this, in no particular order, we're going to bring in our guest. So, I hope he's never done that, by the way. But here is the Mad Hatter himself. Marky Mark. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Enjoying the summer sun?
Yeah, enjoying the summer. I've seen a bit of cricket and seen some pre-season, so looking forward to the new season.
Good. You've got a strong team getting built there on quiet as well, I've noticed. So
Yeah, we've
hoping to build on on last season.
definitely we've had a positive transfer window. I think we're stronger than we were last year, and he's signed proven championship players, whereas previous years it's basically been based on potential. And so yeah, it's been a positive transfer window. We've kept players we thought we might lose, and we've had a strong window so far. So yeah, positive about the new season.
I've got 2 messages in 2 seconds. It's taking forever. Laquan says, "Yes, Simon, long time no see. How are you doing?" I'm doing fine, thank you. And lovely photo, mate. Yeah. You Forest fans, see what I mean, Mark? Wind up merchants. And then, Mark, are you happy with the signing of Irvath?
I'm happy with all the feedback and positive comments that everyone's saying we got a good keeper. Obviously, I haven't seen him yet. I hope to see him on Tuesday. It's my first signing of him. But yeah, all the comments is positive. So yeah.
Hopefully, you can keep your team fit this season. I think you went into like 4 emergency loans, didn't you?
We used about 5 keepers last year, and we had about the same number of captains. So yeah, it's injuries during the season, but yeah, let's hope they're
fingers crossed. So we've got to introduce us next person. I personally don't want them here because they'll be bragging, but that's just me. I love them to bits, but they can be braggy, this lot. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the next one. And that's because he loves his Formula 1 as well. Welcome back to Rowan. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good. How are you doing, Simon?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm gonna be skint this year because have you seen the town shirts? I mean, they are gorgeous. All four of them are like perfect this year. So I'm skint. But other than that, I'm good. I've gotten over the fact you lot beat us in final. Cheated in final, should I say? But
I mean, Burnley versus Huddersfield first game in the Championship season. Hopefully, that's a really good game.
I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be a cracking game because it's first game back. I mean, But with what's gone on with Huddersfield Town behind the scenes and that, I don't know what's actually going to happen this season with them. So it's a bit of a shock this season, to be fair. But
that'll be the only game that I can watch in the Championship for that weekend because I'm on go on holiday on the Saturday.
Anywhere nice?
Just Cleethorpes.
Hey, nice. I've been there for donkeys. Right, I need to turn my TV off because England's just got battered. Jesus Christ, stupid England. They battered them other day, and then they get destroyed by them today. It's not on. Anyway, I'll shut up about cricket. Laquan says, I'm sorry, I don't do these names. The new keeper for you has some mad reactions, but his distribution is awful, apparently.
Right, well, I'll comment in a couple of games' time.
So he's patiently waiting, but I've kept him till last because he's a proper wind-up merchant. Started on me in back, in green room. This is his new show piece, even though it's supposed to be for Annie. And I'm going to keep it on just because I can. You'll know him as LJP. I know him as Little Shit or Luke. Welcome back, you wind-up merchant. That's you, that.
Simon, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm absolutely terrific.
And because I put it on in that order, I'm having it that order. Sorry, it's my OCD kicking in. So let's get it out of the way. You beat us at Wembley. Well played. Yeah, John Moss's two decisions, which was terrible. The VAR didn't work. It's funny how it doesn't work. And I've been arguing the toss about that all season. And then you come along, oh, we've got to have it in final, you know. So, I've said my piece. What's yours?
I expected you to be a lot better in the first half. You weren't very good. You've said that yourself. I don't think you registered. I think there's one chance I can remember that you had that went wide. I think there was a cross that Samba had to save, but other than that, you didn't really do much. If anyone was going to take the lead in the first half, it was going to be us. It was a brilliant ball in from Garner, and Colwell just gets the wrong side of Yates. We score. And second half, he was definitely better, but you just you couldn't really get into any good shooting positions. And there was nothing. I don't care what anyone says. The first penalty is not a penalty. Before
it was 50-50, but we won't dispute it. It's done. We move on. VAR didn't have a proper look at it. They just went, yeah, and went back to Moss. So we'll discuss that another day, right? Okay. Move on. It wasn't a penalty, according to John Moss and the VAR, and you guys paying him off helped pay for his retirement. So he got a yellow card. Then the second one, O'Brien's, and I swear to you, that were a stonewall bloody penalty. Didn't get given. So, you went on to win, and Town were just shocking. So well played. Congratulations. You got into the Premier League by cheating. Sky Sports got what they wanted, and we'll move on. And can I also just say, Aritofilo is not going to fucking Forest, and neither is O'Brien. I'm bringing it up because of this comment here.
I mean, trusted journalists say otherwise, so that's all I'm going to say.
And O'Brien's been going to Leeds by trusted journalists for the last 4 seasons. And what team does he currently get his paychecks from? What shirt is he wearing in the photos? I'm just saying, he's an Huddersfield Town player. And he won't be going until January. Neither will Toff. That's all I'm saying on the matter. We'll drop it from now on. Let's start the show. Instead of having one of these moments. Hold on. Let's stop having a car crash of a show. Let's start it properly. I'm going to go with Luke.
Ice cream van! I don't know where that is.
Tell the ice cream van to turn his chuffing volume down. Jesus Christ.
That was me, sorry.
Well, tell him to turn his volume down, the bloody hooligan. Right, so I'm going to go to Luke because he's Mr. Gobby.
Okay.
What's your predictions for this year? So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because he wants to playoffs in there for some reason. And then your bottom 3, who's going down?
Okay, right. I've been professional and I've got a Word document for this.
Yeah, share it to screen.
Yeah, I need to first. There it is. Right.
And whilst you're getting that document up, Owen, what the hell is this all about?
Oh, is this a mini team that I made on FIFA with created players? It's fun.
Right, okay. Well, Laquan keeps asking me to join, look.
I don't know why.
Only time I'll ever play for Forest is if I got like £2 billion to play for Forest. I'll never play for a team with Forest in the name.
What about Forest Green Road, Simon?
No, because they're
vegan.
I eat meat. I'm a meat eater. I'm having a barbecue this Friday for my birthday. So no, I would not be joining Forest Green Rovers. Anywho, let's go to your screen. Sorry, pull it full page.
This is actually I might be able to zoom in. Actually, let me just cancel this. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Oi.
Hey, I did not.
Professional nerd.
Oh, I've done it all professional. I've put it on Word and everything. I've done Word and everything. I've done a Word document. I says share it to stream. You shared it to stream, and then actually this isn't how I'm supposed to have it.
Stop moaning, okay? Stop moaning.
I'm not moaning. It's first stream back. You're giving it large. Can't see it. It's too big now.
Oh, well, that's not my problem.
I love winding you up. It's so easy. Anyway. Swansea 13th is a bit harsh, in my opinion, from Honey G. John Moss got paid off by Notts Forest chairman to have the world's shittiest game. Don't even go there. He had the world's shittiest game. Town did not turn up for 60 minutes.
What are you going on about now? What
you said about John Moss, so I'm just going there.
What is going on? Hey, mate.
That wasn't me. That was you. That was you.
Me?
It wasn't me.
Right, there's 2 marks. Look.
Hold on.
There you go. Anyway, you brought up John Moss. I wanted to say my piece about John Moss. So get your bloody predictions up. This is why I said you to go first, so we can get all the silliness out of the way.
I don't
God
think you
damn
deserve
it.
my Word document, Simon. I'll just list them out.
I've gone all professional. I've done a Word document. I don't think you deserve it now, actually.
Well,
Come
I'm going
on,
to use
stop
it for
being a
something else
kid.
anyway. So, okay, right. Shall I go from 6th upwards?
If you want to, yes.
Right, 6th place, I've gone for Coventry. This is very dependent on whether they'll keep Callum O'Hare or not. But as of right here, right now, I think they'll get 6th. 5th, I've gone with a bit of a wild card. I think Millwall. I think some of their, despite losing Jed Wallace, they've made some cracking additions. Zian Fleming, who I think is a very good footballer. Lewis Ferguson is another good addition. And I think they won't have enough to get the playoffs. If they don't, then you've got to ask questions about Gary Ratworth.
I'd be asking questions anyway.
Fourth place, Sheffield United. Now, I think they're going to build on last season. Obviously, they've lost Morgan Gibbs White. His phone deal ended. They've been a bit slow off the mark in the transfer business, but I still think they'll have enough to get the playoff. And Paul Marty Montella appeal, I think he'll be able to find them into 4th. Now, 3rd, I was between Norwich and Burnley. I put Burnley there. I might be tempted to put them into 2nd. But I like their transfer business. I like Vincent Kompany, good manager, and I think he's done. I think he's done well in the transfer market so far.
There's a certain distance of all, should we do it that way?
2nd place Norwich. They're going to continue the yo-yo theme. I think they won't be able to get first because I just think the team above will be too good. It's a case that they're very different from how they were last in Championship. Obviously, no Daniel Park. So, yeah, I think they will get top 2 though. And winning the league could be slightly controversial. This Middlesbrough. Some average right back has gone out the door. I've never heard of him personally. It gives them a lot of funds to work with. I think 12.5 million. I think they need a couple of strikers in, and then I think they'll win the league.
We really thought that one out, didn't we?
Boom! Those are my top 6.
Okay. Only G wants to ask you why you put Swansea at 13. He thinks it's a bit harsh.
Russell Martin. I don't
Okay.
I'll just throw it in the air.
And he's also said Brum has to be in there for me.
No.
Well, I agree. This is the only time you'll hear me say this, but I agree with Luke. Steve Bruce is not a good enough manager to get West Brom up. Sorry, but he isn't.
Yeah.
Right, so who's going down?
Right. The bottom 3 for me is rock bottom Reading. They've got an embargo, so they can only sign loan players, free transfers. Their squad is very it's aging a bit, and especially if Lucas Jow goes, then I think that's nailed on for them to be relegated. 23rd Rotherham. There has been better Rotherham squads in the Championship. They've still got relegated. They've lost Michael Smith, who is their main asset for goals. He's gone to Sheffield Wednesday. And I just think they'll continue the yo-yo theme. And 22nd, this was a toss-up for 2 or 3 teams. I've gone with Birmingham, even if their new takeover happens. If it's rumoured to be that geezer, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Yeah, him. If he does take it, I don't think they'll be miles better than how they were before. But yeah, that's my bottom 3: Reading, Rotherham, and Birmingham.
Right, sound. I don't know what to say. I agree with you on Rotherham. I think it's slightly harsh on Reading, but like you said, they have got the embargoes and stuff. So yeah, I can see him in amongst. And Brum, well, I've been saying that.
Nice. I put Brom 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think their own owner will be too stubborn, and they won't get rid of Steve Bruce till like April. Then they'll sack him, and then they'll jump a bit.
I don't understand why they sacked the previous manager and brought in that numpty anyway. I'm still trying to work that one out.
They were
Style
And it's
of-
been,
style
what,
of
7
football.
months ago?
Purely down to style of football.
But
I mean, Steve
it
Bruce
doesn't
wasn't
matter
exactly
about
playing.
style of football, does it? You know, if you're winning, they was third at the time, and then it got
Yeah, I
sacked.
think
Then they dropped down to 13th in end of season.
they were already on that. They were already in that run of form, and they weren't winning. And yeah, I mean, they might be. They were on the slide when he left, but
Well, I think it were a bit harsh what they did to Ishmael. I still don't understand why they did it, but it is what it is. Callum's a good lad. Keeps coming back to the streams. Appreciate it. He says West Brom are shaping up to be a good squad, but with Steve Bruce. So he's a Newcastle fan, so he's got the same opinion as me. I think he's useless, mate. So that's your thing. And final prediction: where do you think Huddersfield Town will finish and Luton Town will finish? And Bristol.
Huddersfield, I put 14th purely because of your manager. I don't think he's got the experience, and it's a case of whether Toffolo and O'Brien will stay.
Which they will.
I don't know this even yet. 12th, I've gone with Bristol City. I think I rate Nigel Pearson as a manager. Their transfer business thus far has been very good. I think they'll definitely improve on the 17th place finish, but I don't think it'll be enough to get playoffs. 8th, I've gone with Luton. I think they'll suffer a bit of a hangover to start the season, but I think then they will progress. I think some of their transfer business, bringing in the experienced players, I like that. And I just don't think it'll be enough to get the playoffs. Yeah.
Fair point. Mark, do you agree with that?
yeah, I mean, I think my prediction is I think we'll make the playoffs again. I think we're stronger than we were last year. We can't have as many injuries as last year. It's physically impossible. So, on that basis, I think we constantly improve each season. I think we'll improve again, and I think we'll make the playoffs, but I don't think we'll go up. So, yeah, that's my opinion on where I think
Fair
we'll
enough.
be.
Watford one place above you, I'll just say that. I think Watford will start in the playoffs.
You shouldn't have said out, Mark. He's gonna rip your head off now. Look, he's preparing himself.
For them to win the league, so
I was actually gonna be nice about Forest this season, and now you've just like.
Well
hey,
played.
put them outside the top 6. That should be appreciated. Yeah,
Luke one wants to DM you over a video idea.
I just see that.
Caleb says Swift, Wallace, Yakuzla, and potentially Gale. I'm guessing he's talking about West Brom.
Yeah.
So, well, Mark, it's your turn to rip into where Forest are going to finish this season since
It's
the
championship,
you
mate.
know. Oh yeah, I forgot. So why are you giving it large? Yeah, shut up. Right. So who wants to go next? Owen.
I'll go. Okay.
Mark. I was going to suggest Mark, but Owen's like,
Mark, do you
I'll
wanna
do
go
it. I'll. You do it, Mister. I've been on my phone for the last 20 minutes.
I've just been doing a scribble one. This is not my final one, but I'm going to go 6th, Swansea. I feel like they brought in some good signings, obviously a hero up front and that. And I feel like they'll do well this season. And I'm going to give honourable mentions to QPR. I'll put Luton 8th. And I've put Watford and Norwich 9th and 10th. I don't think they'll do well this season. I think think only Burnley out of the 3 clubs that got relegated will finish in the top 6. I've got Blackburn 5th. That's depending on whether they keep Broughton and Diaz. And then, oh god, I've mucked this up. I've got I'll do 3rd. I've got Sheffield United. Just thinking of 4th, and then I've got Borough in 2nd and Burnley in 1st.
I like how none of you's mentioned Sunderland yet.
I think Sunderland will finish mid-table.
I put Sunderland 18th.
I think they'll finish like 15th. But I'm going to go... Okay, I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to go Swansea 4th, Blackburn 5th, QPR 6th. So that'll be QPR 6th, Blackburn 5th, Swansea 4th, Sheffield United 3rd, 2nd Borough, and then 1st Burnley. Burnley, they've obviously signed Scott Twine, Ian Matson, and if you haven't seen the Burnley admin, the reveal's been top class.
That's the only reason why they're up there. Admin for Burnley's got them promoted, everyone.
No, but they've also made some good signs and they've got Vincent Kompany as manager.
They're gonna right. You've said your predictions. Who's going down?
Rotherham, Birmingham, Reading, but Reading 24th, Birmingham 23rd, and Rotherham 22nd.
Okay. And where's Town, Luton, and Bristol City going to finish?
Luton 8th, Town 12th, and Bristol City 13th.
Nice. Mark, would you like to do yours, or can I just say my opinion on Owens for a second?
You go for it.
Owen?
Yeah.
Lovely predictions, but you cannot promote a team because of the Twitter admin. That's one. Vincent Kompany will actually do nothing as a manager for Burnley. He's not going to... He's brought in decent signings, don't get me wrong, but they should have never sacked Dyche. Simple as that. That's the only man who's going to take him back up. As soon as Vincent Kompany gets bored in January or February, he'll walk because he's not getting his way or getting something. But Sean Dyche, they shouldn't have sacked him. He always does it. He's a top quality manager, and yeah, that's my opinion on Burnley. I agree with you with Luton. I've agreed with Luton on all your parts. I think they are going to have another cracking season under a dodgy manager. Yes, I'm allowed to say it. Mark is a knob. And I'm surprised that you guys, not even thinking about Sunderland. Sunderland are a top quality team. Now, this is just my opinion before you jump in on me. I'm just saying they are a top quality side. I've got a little soft spot for them because I was a mascot against them when I was a kid, so I've always liked Sunderland. Yes, ironically, we're on a Newcastle fans YouTube channel.
I was about to say that.
Sunderland Ultra, mate. Get it right.
But, so I'm surprised that it's predictions on Sunderland not being nowhere near top half at least. And far as your relegations, I think you've hit nail on head for both your predictions. Mark, your turn, and please go easy on me. I'm sorry for calling Nathan Jones a knob, but he is.
He's passionate, and he knows his stuff, and the sort of journey he's taken us on. In terms of he's just a brilliant fit for our club in terms of the progression that we're on, and I wouldn't swap. I mean, I might be biased, but I wouldn't swap him for anyone.
You would. You'd have Pep Guardiola any day.
No, a realistic. I wouldn't swap him.
Yeah, Pep wouldn't know what to do if he took over at Rotherham. He wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo. Neither would Mourinho.
You don't have at least £1 billion in the bank, you couldn't do anything.
He couldn't do anything with a team like, for instance, Luton, Rotherham. Any championship side, he would not know what to actually do with them. None of the top managers, so-called top managers, would know how to deal with a team like any of them. If you haven't got the money, they're not bothered. They couldn't do it without money. Whereas Sean Dyche took Burnley on a shoestring budget, took them up, kept them up there for nearly 10 years, and then get sacked for some strange reason after one bad run.
He would have kept them up as well, I reckon.
I reckon they would have done. But if you're going to go top managers in English football, I'd say Sean Dyche, people like that, someone who could take a team with next to nothing and turn them into something. Like, for instance, I know I keep calling him a knob, but Nathan Jones, he took you guys from next to nothing and took you to one game away from being in Premier League. I mean, no one else could do that.
And he's done it on the second smallest budget in the Championship. So
and they could have on Luton. They could have been in the playoff final if they took the chances. If I remember, you had a couple of good chances in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean the game should have been. I mean it's last season now, but the game should have been out of sight by half time. But that's all part of our learning curve and sort of having better quality this year. But when we get injuries, we've got better quality squad. So yeah,
I wish the games were other way around. We had the home game first, and you guys had the home game second. Because if we had won at home and then went to you guys at your spot for the final game, you would have absolutely annihilated us and gone to Wembley.
Yeah,
that's my opinion, by the way. I just, Anywho, what's your predictions for this season, Marky Mac?
I'm going to start with relegation first because that's a nice, easy one for me. Well, I say easy. Rotherham, the perennial yo-yo club.
The Norwich of League One.
I've not seen any sort of transfer activity to suggest they won't be any different. Reading, I look at teams that struggled last year and have they improved in the summer? Will they improve this season? And with Reading, I would basically say no. And sort of agreeing with everyone, Birmingham's a bit of an unknown because we don't know what's going to happen with the takeover. But I also look at clubs that are just badly managed, badly run. They've got no continuity, no consistency. They always get rid of the manager, and they're sort of teams that I think will struggle. So they're my reason for the bottom three, more or less agreeing with everyone. In terms of the top, I sort of go against what you're all saying in terms of I think Norwich will win the league. I think they're just the key. I think you can't underestimate the teams that have got parachute payments and they've got the money to go and do stuff, and they're actually on a not on a level playing field to everyone else because of the money they get. And obviously Sky wants to show them every week, so they're getting more TV money, so you're just stacking the odds in their favour. So I'm going with Norwich to win the league. I'm not really sure about the second. I'm swaying between Middlesbrough and Sheffield United. I'll probably go with the Chris Wilder effect. He's got experience. He's got teams out of the Championship. So I think I'll go with Middlesbrough. And I mean, just a couple of clubs. Burnley, I actually think Company will be out by October, November.
Oh, so it ain't just me then.
He's an inexperienced manager. He hasn't really set Anderlecht and Belgium alight, and I think it's a massive job. even with parachute payments, I don't think they'll make the playoffs, and I think he'll probably be out of a job by October, November, basically. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything positive about the team in yellow. It goes against. I couldn't possibly do it. I couldn't live with myself, so I'm not.
No, we'll allow it. We'll allow it. Don't worry.
I can't say anything positive about them.
All we're going to say is Elton John's a famous fan.
I'm not going to list the playoff teams in any order. I'll just because you know what it's like. The final positions are a bit of a lottery. I think we'll get in the playoffs again. I think Sheffield United will. I think West Brom. They've made some good signings this summer. I think there'll be a massive improvement on last year. I think they've had a full pre-season to sort of get things right, and they've obviously got some financial backing. So I think West Brom will get in the playoffs. The fourth playoff place, I'm really unsure about QPR because they've got a manager that's never managed at that level, but Villa and Rangers and Liverpool, he's obviously got the tap into a lot of academy youth players. So I think they'll probably miss out, but probably I'd say Blackburn. If they get the recruitment right, have they got a manager? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Some randomer though, never heard of him.
Right. Okay. Well, as a outside bet, I'll go Blackburn. I think, but I think you can throw a hat over a lot of teams that should be in and around it. I think Huddersfield will finish 9th.
I'll snap your hand off for that, me.
I think Huddersfield will finish 9th. I think although you've lost your manager, you've still got the nucleus of the season that did well last year. So I don't expect you to fall like a lead balloon. So yeah, I think you'll do well.
Callum says Joe Daly Tomasson is the manager.
He's the Blackburn manager.
Yeah, I do believe so.
So yeah, and so yeah, I think that's what it'll look like. Bristol City, I'd probably say mid-table. Although they've spent well, yeah, it's a big from where they were. Bear in mind they were like 17th last season.
Yep.
Although they've spent well, and there'll be a big improvement on last year. I think it's a massive ask to expect them to be in the playoffs. But mid-table, you'll definitely see an improvement on them last year. And regarding Sunderland, I think they're a big club, but you can't underestimate the gap between League One and the Championship. They're a big club, they've got resources, and I keep seeing tweets, they've sold 50,000 season tickets, or however many, 30,000 season tickets. But it's a massive gap, and any knowledgeable fan would be grateful for mid-table, your first season in the Championship.
Yep.
These Sky commentators that think they're just going to smash the Championship, I don't know what planet they're on, basically. But
well, you know what Sky Sports are like.
Yeah, they love
big club, big name. They want to go. They want them to do well. Like I'm not living in the past, and I'm not trying to bring it up, and I'm certainly not getting them two on my case. But you, as a neutral, was watching at home. I'm assuming the playoff final, correct?
Yeah.
What was Sky Sports commentators saying throughout the game? Oh, Nottingham Forest this, Forest that, Forest this, Forest that. All the build-up was behind Nottingham. All the build-up was behind Nottingham Forest. Even in the playoff semis, it was, oh well, Luton don't deserve to be there. Huddersfield don't deserve to be there. The final is effectively Forest Sheffield United. That's a shit way of doing it in the playoff fight. In the semis, it should have been other way
It's
around.
just all the.
And then it was Forest. Ever since Forest got through, it was Forest this, Forest that. Never mentioned Huddersfield Town. Town didn't turn up as if it was a final anyway. It was just Forest. And up until that point, before the first game between Forest and Sheffield United, it was, it should have been Forest versus Luton and Huddersfield, Sheffield United, and then you could have had the big teams in the final of Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, shouldn't be your semis. So Sky Sports just believe in the big team. They want the big team to get the more money behind them.
Yeah, but they love the whole thing that Forest, they're fall from grace and they're back in the
big
Premier
time,
League
first time in
and-
20 odd years, blah, 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 bloody blah.
Yeah, they've won the European Cup and
Nice mark,
was
Twine.
these two, were you two born when you last won European Cup?
Hey,
Was you two even born when the last won the European Cup?
Simon, I'm 57. Of course I was there.
Right, yeah. Your skin reflects it, mate.
Yeah.
So, no, the point is, like, it doesn't matter how... It doesn't matter about your history. It doesn't matter about your European Cups, bloody blah. Luton was the underdog from day one in that playoffs. They deserved everything. They should have got... If they got to the final, it would have been the perfect underdog story if they got up. And I would have loved it, right? I'm gutted that we got to a final, got ripped off by a referee, which, by the way, LJP's put up as his display picture because he's a knob. But end of the day, my point behind Sky Sports is they couldn't give a shit about anyone else other than the big six or the teams what have just come down from the Premier League or big teams like Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday, the big supported teams like Forest, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they'll never change. But yeah, I think if Sunderland finish mid-table, that they should count that as a good season, and I think any knowledgeable Sunderland fan will not expect a playoff place. So yeah, but anyway, that's my take on the season. But yeah, it's I think we've made some cracking signings and yeah, very positive about the new season. And there's still a few more weeks left of the transfer window. I think there's one defender we need, and then I think we're done.
Can I
Wait,
just
no,
ask a question to everyone?
2 seconds, Luke. Luke, I can't hardly hear you. 2 seconds.
Only 2 managers.
There you go.
4 managers, more like.
What odds do I get on Watford going through 2 or more managers this season? I reckon they'll go through 4.
10 to 1, I reckon, or however odds work.
You know
Do
what
as
you should
possible.
do? Request a bet on Twitter and find out if you can get decent odds. Go on then,
wait.
Luke.
We've got them on April Fool's Day.
Right.
Go on then, Luke. Ask your question, mate.
Can I ask what is the hype around Blackburn?
I don't know, I don't get it.
Around the playoffs.
I didn't
wouldn't.
believe there was any hype. I think they
I put
quietly
them
going
17th.
about. Sorry?
I put them 17th.
I mean, they
They'd be higher.
they were in and around the playoffs last season, and then they fell away when Brereton Diaz got injured. And I think behind the scenes, the club decided quite a long way before the end of the season they were going to get rid of what's his name?
Tony Mowbray.
Yeah, and I think the club was sort of in limbo for a large part of the back end of the season once the results started to tail off. So when I was talking about Reading, when I was talking about Birmingham as like a badly run club, I don't get the feeling that Blackburn are the sort of club that could like fall off a cliff in terms of how they run. I might be wrong. It's not. It's just an outside perception, but I don't. I mean, I don't think there's hype about Blackburn. I just think they'll be around that position, and with with the new manager and signings, it's. I think when a new manager comes in, you never know. I just have a gut feeling company's not going to go well, and I think basically, I think Blackburn will do all right.
Okay, fair enough.
Callum seems to think that Diaz is leaving for 10 million to Seville. If there's
Well, he's
any
linked with a
truth.
lot of clubs, so I think he'll
So-
leave, and I don't rate the manager because he's not proven.
So there's that. And thank you for subscribing, Sinya. I don't know. Anyone pronounce that for me?
Sinhui.
Sinuwe, thank you very much for subscribing. Appreciate it. And if you
Okay,
don't mind,
wait.
can you do the magic button of clicking the like button for me as well? Go on, Owen.
This is not championship related, it's football related though. And so, I don't know whether you've seen this or not on Twitter. Winalton Community FC lost 17-0 in a friendly yesterday. And I've just seen the replies to the tweet. And I scroll down and see Specsavers, what's your keeper's mobile number?
Is that the team what we're playing Wrexham?
It's Wickham
Oh, right. Okay, never mind
AFC.
Colin asks, anyone for Blackpool getting relegated?
I put them 20th. I think they'll be in a battle, but I think they'll have enough to stay up.
So, here's my predictions. Same 3 to go down. I'm not going to change it. I think exactly the same as points everyone else has made. But my top 6, I think I'll surprise you here. Sorry in advance, Mark, but I'm going to say a name you won't like in a minute. But it'll be Norwich, Watford. Sorry. Then I'm going Middlesbrough, Sheffield United. And then I'm going to find it hard for the last 2, to be fair.
What Luton?
Luton will be 8th. No offence, I don't think you're going to push on this time. Although, with the signings what you've made so far, if you can get another 2 in, I think you'll. I think my prediction may change. So I reckon you will do really, really well again, and good luck for the future, for the season. I really do. I hope you crack on and prove me wrong, because I personally don't think Huddersfield Town will do out this season. I don't think we'll crack on from last season at all. It shows that there's something going on behind the scenes when, as manager, who's just took us to a playoff final, wanted 7 players who all signed for different teams whilst he was on holiday. He comes back, has a massive argument with the owner, and walks out of his job. I think we lost out to Millwall on 2 of them. So,
Is that Zion Fleming guy or something?
yeah, and the other one, I think Luke mentioned it.
Lewis Ferguson.
No, other one.
Those are the 2. Zion Fleming and Lewis Ferguson, the 2 I mentioned.
Oh, right, then it might have been him then. I don't know.
Who else? No, the other players.
I don't know other players. I just know that it was Millwall what got brunt of the people what Carlos wanted to sign. So I think we will struggle. I think we'll be looking at 12th realistically. But I'm going to put Hull as an outsider, as a playoff contender.
Interesting.
Because I don't know, they had a shite season last season. They've just been taken over, so they might get a bit of backing. I don't know who they've brought in or whatever, but I think they'll do rather well,
Tobias
much better.
Figueiredo.
Burnley, I don't think they're going to do as good as you think, Mark. I think they're going to be struggling big time. I think as soon as Company gets some really bad results in to likes of Sunderland, Coventry, the teams who you don't expect him to lose to.
I think he'll be out by November.
So I think you may be right. So I think they're going to have a struggle this year. And Coventry, I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to put Coventry in top 6. I think under Bobbins, yes, I call him Bobbins, but it's Robbins. Under Bobbins, he's done fantastic job at Coventry. They were just missing out last season. With a bit of recruitment this season, I think they can push on and get a playoff spot. Luton, I think if you bring in another 2, I think you'll do it. You'll get playoff and win it. So there's my backing. So I wouldn't put a 5 on because you'll probably finish in relegation zone. Now I've said that. I do apologise. But I think Luton can go on and do really well this season. So my original prediction is 8th. But if you get a few more in, I reckon you'll finish 4th overall. Town, be lucky to get top 10, so I'm going 12. And Bristol City, they've got a good set of players in this time, so I think they'll surprise people and finish at least 9th or 10th or 8th. So,
wait, okay. You mentioned Hull. I've just got up who they've signed. They've signed. I can't even pronounce him.
They've signed a lot of players from the Turkish league, basically.
Yeah, 2 players from the Turkish league. 1 centre forward, age 21. Another centre mid, age 27. They've got John McAlseri from Fulham on a free transfer. The 2 players from the Turkish league were for 4 million or 4.5 million and 2.7 million, and then they've got Tobias Figueiredo on a free transfer, Nathan Baxter on a loan transfer, and Harvey Cartwright on a loan. And then they got rid of Kim Lewis-Potter for 17 million, which they very much could invest into other areas of the squad, like maybe youth academy, more signings. But so they've spent 6 million, but have got rid of but have got income of 17 million, so they've profited 10 million so far in this transfer window. And then you mentioned Coventry as well. They brought in Casey Palmer from Bristol City on a free transfer, Jonathan Panzo on a loan transfer, Callum Doyle from Man City under 23s on a loan transfer, Julian Da Costa, the right back's gone out on loan to Portimese. They brought him in from Shrewsbury, but then they've loaned him out again. And then they brought in Marcel Hilbener, a right winger. So they've done some good business without spending any money. So obviously most of them are loans, but
well, it can be done. Billy, thanks for joining us, mate. Nice to see you again. Coventry need to keep hold of but it looks like he's Burnley bound, Billy says.
How much was it? I think I had like 10 million or something, wasn't it? Or something. 10, 12
says
million.
Bristol City will be 6th this season. I've said it on a group chat.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Fair play. But yeah, I think Hull will surprise people this time around. So that's my thing.
I put them 10.
Strange, Jota, Ruben Neves were in the Championship once. Yeah,
Yeah, they were
okay,
both at Wolves.
it was. So, lads, what are we going to do now? Like, I know it's
I've
me.
got a transfer rumour to bring up to Hood. It's to you guys as well. So, I don't know whether you've heard this.
Yes.
Bottom three: West Brom, Bristol City, and Sunderland. Billy says.
I'm sending this to Annie. Just gonna take a
Yeah.
picture and send it to Annie. There we go. Yeah.
I'm
So,
surprised you haven't put Huddersfield in there, Billy.
see, you might have seen that Joe Roy's been told by Steve Cooper that he isn't in his plans and his training with the under-23s. And I think I've seen that Huddersfield have been linked with a loan transfer with him.
Okay.
Would you take him? That's what I've
I
seen.
mean, it's a tricky one. Like with Coventry, if they can keep Casey Palmer fit, they've got a good player on their hands. If we could keep Lolly fit, we'd have a fantastic player on his hands. So you know, it's a difficult one because Lolly is a brilliant player. He's just too much injury prone. I said this when we let him go. I thought we've done something stupid here. We've let him go. He's going to be a star. But he kept getting injured for you guys as well. So he's injury prone. If you could keep him fit, he'll have a decent season. Look at the season before last for you guys. He tore the Championship up.
Yeah, 1920, like before 20, the season before last season.
Yeah, fair enough.
Before the season before last season, so that would have been 21,
Oh,
22.
you donut. Sorry, keep going.
You all right there, mate?
Yeah.
Someone added a donut onto his head.
I've already done that before.
You can make his head into a donut, to be fair.
Yeah, like 1920, like in seasons before that, were like it was really good, like scoring bangers and that. But then I think it was 21, 22 season in the Hooton, he got like he got an injury and with his hamstring and just hasn't been the same since he got the injury.
The lad would be perfect, and this is not disrespecting him, but it'd be perfect if you can keep him fit. He'd fit in well at someone like Sunderland, you know, or Reading, keeping him up to help him keep him up. Is he playing FIFA or something?
I heard his phone go
off. But no, if he comes back, then it'll be an all right signing if we keep him fit. That's the only key part of it. It's a massive risk to bring in Joe Lolly. Go on, Mark. Sorry, mate.
So basically, we brought in Luke Freeman, a great player, but he was a £5 million player 2-3 years ago from QPR to Sheffield United. He's had a lot of injuries, and obviously transfers these days are all undisclosed fees. But on the same lines, if we keep him fit, he's proven Championship player, and if we keep him fit, we've got an incredible signing. So once again, it's and that's why a £5 million player 2 years ago, we've now got him for however much, a lot less than that, because of his sort of injury problem. So I think there's a lot of players in that category that could be a great signing, as long as if they've been big players before, will they fit into the ethics of the team? Will they have a big I am sort of
ego?
Will they will they drop their wage demands? So there's a lot of people like this that
Well, that's good. That means
if they
you're
just
playing.
want to play football, they want to get back playing football, and we picked up Alfie Doherty from Stoke, a bit in the same breath. So there are these players about that are worth taking a chance on, that if they stay fit, they're proven at that level and they could be great players.
Can I just say, I didn't think Lolly was wanted by Huddersfield. Owen thought Huddersfield wanted Lolly, so thanks for your input there, Laquan. Man got pranked, he says, thinking that Lolly wanted to go by Huddersfield. I never said that. Owen brought it up. I let Owen speak, and then, no. I need it a minute. Why? What's up? I'm needing it. Oh, what you need it for? Oh, screw you then. So yeah, there's that. But have you guys still got Snodgrass?
No, he's we offered him a new contract. He didn't take us up on it, and I think that's why we went and got Luke Freeman, because obviously with our midfield, I think we wouldn't take both of them.
I mean, that would have been a banging midfield.
Bear in mind, we've also got Henry Lansbury in midfield, so yeah, no, we're not keeping Snodgrass. I don't know where he's going to end up. He's obviously talking to clubs, but I don't think he accepted our offer, and we've gone elsewhere by getting Luke Freeman.
I mean, that would have been a all right midfield, to be fair.
Yeah, if you could keep it fit, yeah, that's a great midfield.
So I think he could still do a job in the Championship. I said it when he signed him, to be fair.
And the thing is, when we took him, he hadn't played any football for 2 or 3 months. And it took him a while to get up to speed, but everyone connected with the club was basically saying his influence around the club, around the team, not just what he did on the pitch, is basically a great person, great player with a lot of experience to have around. I think he'll offer that to somebody. So you can't just measure him on what he does on the pitch, although that's primarily what he's there for. But yeah, I think he's another player that could do a good job for someone.
Who would you see him go to? Like, who would he fit best?
There's a question. I think it all depends on where he's at. Is he looking for like a player come coaching role? Is he just looking like he did with us? At his age, he's not going to play every week, but he wants to be in a club that can develop. I can sort of see him being at like a Coventry.
I think he'd work well at Coventry.
Yeah, I think a club that's got a lot of young players that it'd have a good influence on like a younger squad. I think he'd do well there.
Yeah.
He still got that. What's his name? Adrabay or whatever.
Adebayo.
Yeah. He still got him.
I mean, as far as we're concerned, he's. We've only had him sort of a year and a half. He's progressing amazingly when you think he came from League Two. And the problem with Adebayo, we didn't have the strength. He just got injured. He picked up injuries, and by the end of the season, he was sort of like just had too many injuries to play at the intensity and to play the way that he was creating things for our team. But the word from Nathan is that he's not going anywhere. He sees his career developing on the right path where he is at the moment. And to be honest, unless someone comes in with 10 to 15 million, then he's not going anywhere, basically. every player has his price, and it would have to take an offer of in excess of 10 million for us to consider it, basically. And why would he go, say, to a Newcastle and just not get much game time? It has to be a club that's going to develop him. But I think he feels that his career's been developed in the right direction where he is now.
Would you
basically.
loan him out?
Who?
Andrew Beyer.
What?
Star
No.
striker.
Yeah, he's our number one striker.
Well, I'm just saying, would you loan him out, get him match fit, and then bring him back?
Oh no, he's
if you
match
got
fit
someone
now.
in.
He's got over his injuries. He's done a full pre-season. He's ready, firing. He's played in all the pre-season games. I think he just needed that end of season just to get just to get over the injuries, basically. So
Is he from your youth academy or something? Because he's like 24, isn't he?
no, it's 22, 23. We signed him from Walsall for $250,000 18 months ago.
Bargain.
I was thinking of someone else.
We've plucked him from, and I think it just shows our recruitment. Apparently, the 10 people that watched him before we decided to sign him, and it's just like it's not just one person makes a decision. Everyone looked at him, but yeah, that was a bargain for $250,000 from League Two, and he's just there are those gems and diamonds out there that you could get absolute bargains if you just find them in. I think you've got one. That guy you got from Wimbledon, that midfielder.
The
Jack Rudoni, is it?
Oh, Raduna, yeah.
He's
a little diamond in the rough, I reckon. I think
I think we were looking at him, and but yeah, I think you've got a good player there that you can develop, and I mean, he signed a 4-year contract, which is quite a long contract in
it's quite commitment, but I don't think these days contracts mean nothing.
No, all it means is that it gives the club security, and the people are going to break the contract. They've got to pay decent money, haven't they?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, I'm going to ask you three, what's your thoughts on Scott Twine going to Burnley?
Great signing.
Not a bad signing, I was going to say, but we'll use Luke's analogy there. Great signing.
It's a great signing. I mean, 4 million for a exceptional League One player. I think that just proves the world we're in at the moment. That I mean, even Brentford bought Ivan Toney. They spent 10 million, and he had a lot of potential. But once again, he was a proven League One player, and I just think it's a lot of money. Great potential, a lot of money, but.
I think with Tony, though, if you just give him a chance, he can perform. He will get there. You know, it were just slightly a bit too early to shoot his shot, if that makes sense.
And it'd have to be a decent amount of money for the franchise to let him go. They weren't just going to let him go for a small amount, were they?
No. But I quite like... you brought it up, Brentford. I like Tony and I like Fasu. I think they're quite quality to me. I'd be happy if they signed for Town, to be honest. That's what we need, I think, this season is a striker, because we've got Ward and Rhodes, but they're like 90-year-old now. Combined, they're 60 plus. You know what I mean?
So what did you... Just change the subject. What did you think of Carlton Morris in the Championship for Barnsley?
I thought they were all right. Just needed someone to produce some more crosses to him and get them in, because he can play, can't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's.
It was just he didn't fit in with, say, Barnsley, but if he went to somewhere like Coventry, who can pass in, getting a decent ball to him, I think he would have scored a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, I think we paid I think we broke our record, our transfer fee for him.
So what,
So,
£2.50?
sorry?
So what, £2.50?
Right, the first comedy comment of the season goes to
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you very much.
so yeah, we got Corley Woodrow and Carlton Morris both from Barnsley. But yeah, so
Well, who's on your? Are they yours now?
yeah, we signed
Yeah,
Carlton
you signed
Morris.
him this time, right? Sorry. So who've you got to whipping him more then? Who's gonna whip him in for him?
Well, Alfie Doherty, who we got from Stoke, he's going to be like a left wing back.
Right.
And obviously Harry Cornick primarily plays central, but we've got Adebayo, we've got Carlton Morris, we've got, I think Corley Woodrow is more likely to play as a 10 as opposed to a direct forward.
Yeah.
So there's, and then we've got Fred on the Dimwa, another pacey, tricky wing back wide player. So yeah, there's plenty of options, but yeah, we'll just don't think you don't know until. And for me, I don't really take the results in the first month seriously.
Oh no.
Everyone's still getting up to speed with fitness. All the new players are bedding into
Oh my
clubs.
goodness.
So I don't tend to. I think league table should be banned before 10 games.
I think personally, league tables don't matter until after Christmas anyway.
Well, yeah, at least a dozen games, and all right, you might get an idea. But yeah, I don't.
Forest have got a challenge for next season. They've got to stay number one for an entire month, like Huddersfield Town did when they went up. Just saying.
Would you like a medal? Did you win anything for that, Simon?
Yeah, we did actually.
Yeah,
Manager
you did,
at month. So suck on them.
Not a
Shut
no
up.
trophy
Shut up.
leg.
Shut up, you
Yes,
mug. Shut up. You asked if
Okay.
we won anything for that, and I said yes, the manager of the month.
Back onto the Scott Twine. He was in Northern Ireland at a team called Waterford FC, where he got 2 goals, 1 assist in 15 appearances, and then he made the move to career stats. Oh no, I've just on it now. I'm just on his transfer market. He was at Waterford FC, and then he went to Swindon Town. Or no, he started at Swindon, went to Chippenham, and then went back to Swindon, Chippenham on loan, then went back to Swindon, and then went on loan to Chippenham, and then went to Waterford, and then went back to Chippenham, and then went to Newport, and then went to MK Dons on the free transfer, and now he's gone to Burnley.
So he's had an exciting career then.
He's mostly been in like teams where really you can't like Chippenham. Like they're probably non-league. I never heard of them before. Like where even is Chippenham?
Google it.
Okay, let me Google it. Chip. I can't even. Let me just copy and paste it. National League South.
It's near Bath.
No! Oh, God.
Are you okay, LJP?
No.
He's a knob.
Simon distracted me and I nearly conceded.
What are you playing?
I'm playing table football, mate. Of course I'm not playing table football.
Oh yeah, it's near Bristol.
It's near Bath. Near Bristol.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
Hey,
Now,
hey! Oh, what the hell? I've just been pushed over.
Okay, right. On that note, say bye, Luke.
Bye.
Right, you're going
really
first.
funny.
What? It's true.
No.
We're gonna run the stream there. Because it's like an hour and 15 minutes over. We were supposed to do like an hour. Plus, look, one's coming in with the bullshit of Toffolo and O'Brien medical tomorrow, which I just can't be bothered reading out, even though I have just said it, but still.
But then he did comment that Forest would beat Luton 5-0 last season. So
exactly. So he does talk a load of shit.
Who's the Premier League club?
And you've started something, and that's why them two are going. In fact, I'll allow Owen on. It's LJP who's the mug.
Simon, you turn his mic settings down.
Owen, mate, no need.
I know how to do it. It's fine.
What?
Anyway, shut up.
Just do a finger flipped.
Oh, you're so funny, Owen, man. I wish I was as funny as you.
Anyway, you two can have your banter afterwards. Say goodbye. I am
Bye.
ending the stream there. So
See
thanks
you,
for coming on, everyone.
What a
Don't
show.
forget to subscribe. If you've liked what you've seen, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to follow us, as socials are along the bottom. And I think this lot will do rather well just for Louis. So on that note, I will end the stream there. There's no out of video, so I'll just end it as is. Thanks for coming on, lads. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, and we're only 2 weeks away, or less than 2 weeks away from season starting. Can't wait. Friday night against Burnley at home. Score predictions, I'll go 1-0 Town.
2-0 Burnley.
1-1.
1-1.
I'll take 1-1. Luke, you're banned from show. Thanks for coming on, and see you later.
Scotland, John Moss, baby.
Yes, you are. Right. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye.